storm strikes, you need to make sure you're restoring faith. Sometimes it could be a long restoration period, and your members need to hear from you. They need to know that you're human. And we wanted to share a few examples of that. Make sure you respond to questions, and if you can use the person's name, that's even better. Provide regular updates to your members. Recognize partners in the community, and be sure to celebrate your success. Coast Electric was a great example during Hurricane Isaac of responding directly to questions. This is their Twitter feed. And any question they got, they were immediately responding by name to all these people. It could be the same answer they're giving to everyone, but they took the time to respond to everyone by name, and that really helps build a relationship, build trust with your followers. Now, here's a comment from a member who felt like she lost faith in her co-op because she didn't receive more than one update a day, and this was an extended period. Christine says, "I'd be happy with more than one update per day. Not only are we customers, we are invested in a co-op. Information coming from the top would be nice." This is a member that you could have turned into an amazing, excited evangelist for the co-op, but she wants more. She wants more than just a regular update once a day. I would say at least 3 to 5 times a day, more if there's more developments as time goes by. Here's a nice example from New Hampshire Electric Cooperative. They had a huge outage. They said, the sun's up. It's not a pretty sight. 23,000 without power at this time, 50 separate trouble spots. And they let them know, hey, this is what we're doing. This is who we're working with. And at the very end, they said, next update at noon. You're setting those expectations. You're letting your members know when to expect to hear from you, and you're giving them a good idea of what's going on. Adams Electric in Pennsylvania does a nice job of this as well. They let folks know in this post, after nearly 2 days of continuous work, we're taking a break. They're going to be fully redeployed first thing in the morning. We've got 2,000 folks still out of power. And then at the very end of this, I noticed something I hadn't seen anyone else do. They had a blog called Hurricane Sandy, AEC, which is Adams Electric Cooperative, Hurricane Sandy at WordPress. They had Hurricane Sandy updates. One day alone, they had 7 different updates that day where they really went in depth. And a blog is a better platform for going in depth on what's going on with an outage. So I thought that was a really smart option that Adams Electric followed. Rappahannock Electric had an alternate route, which I really kind of liked as well. They also had extended outages, so they decided to post a PDF on their website and shared it through their Facebook and Twitter accounts to say, hey, this is what our work plan is for the next day. Members, if they really wanted that much information, they could check it and know when the crews were going to be in their neighborhood. I'd encourage you to recognize partners. None of us survive a crisis or a storm alone. There are always people that help us. And a lot of folks reached out, especially politicians, to try to help. Celebrate that, thank them, recognize them publicly. For instance, Coast Electric Power Association, they had Senator Tony Smith come and help make lunch for the line workers. And they got a nice quick picture of that, posted it. 63 people liked that. Great way to thank him for coming out. Southwest Electric Cooperative had the Governor Jay Nixon, spoke at their office about their role in drought relief. It's a great way to spotlight people that are helping you during a crisis, no matter what that crisis may be. And you always have partners from other co-ops too, especially if it's a very severe storm. Be sure to recognize them. And if you're helping out another co-op, post a picture of the crews as they're heading out. It's a nice way to recognize people that are coming to your service territory to help you restore power to your members. So recognize your partners. Don't forget to celebrate success. Here's a great example from Barton County Electric Cooperative. Power's been restored. Thank you for your patience. And they double check. If you're still experiencing an outage, report it. That's another thing. You always remind them how to report outages. And Kewash Electric Cooperative, all power's been restored. We appreciate your patience. Thank you to our linemen for their quick response and hard work. Good night, everyone. Everyone gets excited at the end of an outage because it's a celebration of how amazing the cooperative spirit, the cooperative team has been. And if you see people putting up signs like this one, please take a picture and post it. Central Virginia Electric did a great job. They saw the sign, they took a quick picture of it, shared it, and they had 210 people like that. Everyone is happy, of course, at the end of an outage, especially if you've built that trust, if you have created relationships with your community and they feel as if you're real and they know you, they want to celebrate with you. So when you're restoring faith in your community, be sure you're responding directly to questions. Provide those regular updates, not just once a day, at least 3 to 5 times a day. Recognize your partners in the community and celebrate your success. The result of using social media before, during, and after a crisis is that your members know that you're human. We could talk about the reach, which is always huge. We could talk about the number of likes you'll generate and the engagement. But honestly, the best result is that they know that you're real. Here's a good example from Singing River Electric in Mississippi. It was simple. They said, like this post if you agree today is not the best day to be a lineman or any other profession that works outside. May God keep them safe and bless them for their dedication to their job and service to others. 250 people liked that. It was a simple post, and it showed that line workers are human. The co-op is human. It is so important for them to know that you're real. Showing what you're dealing with is important. This picture from Bonnet Electric in Texas, they had wildfires that devastated their area, and this is a powerful image because it shows that they're rising above that. They are succeeding. They're pulling together. Amazing image. But the best image from that crisis, I think, is this image. It's the same crisis. He put off his big wedding and instead got married while he was in uniform. There is his lovely bride. He is bending her down, giving her a kiss, and then he jumped back in his truck and went out to work again. Show your members that you are human, and it will transform your entire relationship with them. That is the biggest benefit, the biggest result I hope you have from using social media during an emergency. We hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you'd like to get more information on how electric cooperatives are successfully engaging with their members through social networks, please visit cooperative.com/social media.